What if the new year you celebrate today was once feared, questioned, and even forbidden? What if welcoming a new year was considered dangerous, sinful, or a threat to social order? And what if, one morning, people woke up to discover that 11 days of their lives had vanished overnight? This is not a myth. This is not exaggeration. This is the true, often forgotten history of New Year's celebrations in colonial America. Before there was a United States, before fireworks, countdowns, or resolutions, time itself was uncertain. In the American colonies of the 17th and early 18th centuries, the idea of a fixed New Year's Day did not exist in the way you know it today. January 1 meant very little. In fact, for most English colonies, the official New Year began on March 25th, a day known as Lady Day. This system came from England, and England followed it strictly. So while today you turn the calendar on January 1, a colonist in Massachusetts or Virginia would have considered that day just another cold winter morning. No celebration, no sense of renewal, no symbolic beginning. The year changed in spring, not winter. This alone surprises many modern viewers, but it is only the beginning. To understand New Year's history, you must first understand how people experienced time. Colonial life was not ruled by clocks, it was ruled by seasons. Farmers measured the year by planting and harvest. Merchants measured it by ships and trade winds. Church leaders measured it by sermons and holy days. Time was practical, not emotional. There was no universal countdown, no shared moment of reflection, no midnight significance. The new year, as an idea, had not yet become personal. In New England, especially in the Massachusetts Bay Colony, one group shaped culture more than any other: the Puritans. They were not simply strict people, they were deeply ideological. Puritans believed society must be disciplined, controlled, and morally pure. They feared chaos, they feared temptation, they feared joy that lacked purpose. To them, celebration without religious meaning was not harmless fun, it was dangerous. This is a critical point. Puritans did not oppose happiness itself, they opposed excessive joy. They believed excessive joy distracted people from God, from work, and from moral responsibility. Music, dancing, public celebration, all of these were viewed with suspicion. A New Year's celebration, a moment dedicated to excitement, hope, or renewal, had no clear place in Puritan theology, so it was discouraged, sometimes openly, sometimes quietly, but always deliberately. In some colonies, this belief went beyond sermons, it became law. Massachusetts famously banned Christmas. And while New Year's Day was not always explicitly banned, any behavior resembling celebration was discouraged or punished. Public feasting, drinking, loud gatherings, all could result in fines or social consequences. To celebrate joyfully was to invite suspicion. Imagine living in that world. You wake before sunrise, you work until darkness falls. Your life is shaped by survival, not by self-expression. Now imagine being told that celebrating the passage of time is morally questionable. Many complied, others quietly resisted. Private gatherings, small toasts, moments of reflection inside the home. Celebration did not disappear, it went underground. Here is something rarely discussed. Controlling time is a form of controlling people. By deciding when the year begins, authorities decided what mattered and what did not. The new year was not just a date, it was a symbol, and symbols have power. If this story is helping you see history from a new perspective, and if you value calm, respectful storytelling that teaches while it entertains, you are warmly invited to like this video and subscribe to the channel. As we explore the hidden layers of history together, your support allows this journey to continue. And as we reflect on the passage of time, may this new year also be a reminder that understanding the past helps us navigate the future. By the early 1700s, the colonies were changing. Trade expanded, cities grew, ideas traveled faster. The Enlightenment reached American shores. People began questioning authority, questioning tradition, questioning even time itself. And then, in 1752, everything changed. In September of that year, the British Empire adopted the Gregorian calendar. This decision affected millions, including the American colonies, but few understood what it meant, and fewer were prepared for what happened next. In September of 1752, the American colonies went to sleep expecting one ordinary night. But when morning came, something was wrong. The date had jumped. 11 days were gone. September 2 was suddenly followed by September 14. No gradual transition, no explanation most people could understand, just a quiet announcement from authority. The British Empire had officially switched from the Julian calendar to the Gregorian calendar. For educated elites, this was mathematics. For ordinary people, it felt like theft. Many colonists believed their lives had been shortened. Rent dates, wages, debts, birthdays, everything was affected. People asked serious questions. Were taxes still due on the same day? Would workers be paid for missing time? Had the government stolen part of their lives? Some communities protested. Others were confused into silence. This was not simply about dates. It was about trust. For generations, time had been predictable. Now it had changed by decree. This moment revealed something powerful. Time was not natural, it was political. Whoever controlled the calendar controlled society's rhythm, and many people did not like it. With the calendar change, January 1st officially became New Year's Day in the colonies, but official recognition did not mean immediate celebration. Old habits lingered. Many still felt uneasy about winter celebrations. Others simply did not care. The new year returned slowly, quietly, almost reluctantly. Not all colonies reacted to the new year in the same way. In New England, Puritan values continued to shape everyday life. Celebrations remained modest, quiet, and controlled. Reflection was encouraged, but festivity was often discouraged. In the middle colonies, including New York and Pennsylvania, cultural diversity created a different atmosphere. Traditions were more flexible. Social visits became common, and small, respectful gatherings slowly emerged. In the southern colonies, life revolved around agriculture and plantation cycles. The new year carried little cultural importance, as time was measured more by seasons than by dates. At this stage, there was still no unified American way to welcome the new year. Urban centers changed everything. In cities, people lived closer together. Ideas spread faster. Social customs evolved. New York slowly developed a tradition of New Year's visits, a polite exchange of greetings among neighbors. No fireworks, no crowds, just acknowledgement. But this mattered. It marked a shift. Over time, New Year's meaning changed. It moved away from religious suspicion towards social connection. People began to see it as a moment to reset relationships, not morality. The calendar stopped being frightening. It became familiar. The real transformation came later. Industrialization demanded schedules. Factories demanded punctuality. Railroads demanded synchronized time. Time became standardized. The new year became practical, a marker for contracts, for production cycles, for planning the future. Celebration followed structure. By the 1800s, Public celebrations returned. Music and gatherings were accepted. The idea of new beginnings took hold. Resolutions emerged. Reflection became personal. Time was no longer feared, it was managed. This story reveals something important. Celebrations are not natural, they are cultural. What you celebrate depends on who holds power, what society values, and how freedom is defined. The new year was once dangerous because it encouraged hope. Hope can challenge control. When you count down to midnight, you are participating in a tradition shaped by conflict, fear, and gradual freedom. The moment feels simple, but it is built on centuries of resistance and change. If this journey through history has offered you value, clarity, and perspective, you are kindly invited to like this video and subscribe to the channel. As we explore history with honesty and respect, your presence here truly matters. And as the new year approaches, may understanding the past help illuminate the path ahead. Happy New Year! History does not move forward in celebrations alone. It moves through resistance, through misunderstanding, through quiet acceptance. The new year you recognize today was not born in joy. It was shaped by belief, authority, and the slow courage to embrace change. And this is only the beginning of how time, power, and human meaning continue to shape the world you live in today.